discussions, but I think it might be useful already at an early stage to interfere with those strange marine ecologists.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you, and welcome so much to the House of the Farmers here in Stockholm, Sweden, which belongs to the Federation of Swedish Farmers. And welcome to this seminar, which is an event with a kind of long title. But the essence is about agricultural development and scenarios within the Baltic Sea region. With short-term perspective 2020, a medium-term 2050, and one really long one, which I hardly can imagine myself, 2100. We are two main organizing organizations behind the event, but the whole idea and the setup of the seminar came from a conference held in December at the Stockholm University, when two major bonus-funded projects, the Eco Support project with the Swedish Meteorological Hydrological Institute as, I think, main project coordinator, and the RECOCA project with the Baltic Ness Institute as major project coordinator. In that conference, there were some good discussions on agriculture development, and following that event, Peter Wallenberg from Swedish Board of Agriculture and myself approached some of the people in charge of these two projects that had their closing conference there, and proposed to have an event like this. Would this be of interest to marine ecologists, to meet with agronomists and maybe economists that are more into the aspect of agricultural development from an agronomic or economic perspective? And Christoph and Bo and Marcus, whom we approached, they were very receptive and positive to the idea. So that's why we're here today. And as I said here, I mean, the main focus is the future agricultural development, and I put in actually an old headline from Scientific American, where Dutch scientists are now developing meat in a laboratory instead of using animals for meat production, as an example of how things can evolve and maybe become reality, maybe already 2020, I don't know. Maybe some of you know more, maybe Bo will tell us more about the prospect of this, or Lotta. But today also, I mean, given that we are here in Sweden, in the Baltic Sea region in 2012, I think it also will be valuable to discuss, I mean, where we are today, what is being used today as techniques to optimize the use of nutrients, phosphorus and nitrogen. And this slurry injection is I think, a neat example of what is being used in the region today. Also talking about the future, talking about the present, it might be relevant to also reflect on the history, development in the region, and I think this painting made by Estonian painter Victor Karus in 1953, I think is a nice illustration of how the focus was at that time. The title of the painting is Grain to the State. So the order from the state at that time was produce grain to the people and to the state, at least on the other side, and also here in Sweden, I think. But given that we have marine ecologists here, the question is, I mean, how these trends and the future developments will influence, in the first instance, the loads of nutrients to the Baltic Sea, and as a consequence of that, what will be the response in the Baltic Sea itself when it concerns the eutrophication indicators such as summer algae biomass. And this left figure here is taken from Bo Gustafsson, and in green you see the total loads on nutrients from all sources, all countries, back from 1885 around and until 2006, and you see that there was a dramatic increase from the Second World War until around 1980-85, and then since that there has been a equally matching decrease, and the question is, will this continue, and if so, for how long, or will it start increasing, I mean, the loads again? And similarly, I mean, you know, there are time lags in response in ecology, and so what will happen with the biomass in the Baltic Sea, the algae, and so on. Two different scientific cultures are meeting here. Something that unites both the agronomists and the marine ecologists is the focus on substances nitrogen and phosphorus. It's not intended today that there will be a sort of equal sharing of knowledge. There is the intent is more to let the agronomists share their knowledge to the marine ecologists, but it is vice versa. But I would say something like 75% in one way and 25% in other way. So it's not supposed to be a detailed description of the ecosystem processes in the Baltic Sea. So that is also how we discussed with the marine ecologists. So there are many more concepts that will be raised during the day in terms of modeling the concepts, but these are some key concepts I guess we will touch upon, and some others too. Talking about our ambition today, I think these 2 points, I mean, shows where we would like to reach somehow during the day and maybe at the end of the day, that new insights is being gained on both sides, but maybe more on the marine ecology side than on the other side. I'm not sure, we'll see. And I think this well, slow dating approach of the whole setup, I think is also something we hope to achieve, and I mean the final receipt of that will be if any bonus project proposal from this group in the autumn of 2012 will have people from both categories here joining in a joint proposal. I think that will be a major achievement. So the bonus program and its upcoming call, I think is relevant here, but there is also a quite large group of policy-oriented people here, and you see that we have policy processes under HELCOM umbrella and several under the EU umbrella that has a connection to the topic of the day. In terms of well, the setup, well, it starts really bad with one person talking and all the others listening. That is not how it's intended to be. We would like to encourage to dialogue. Presentations with space, the presenters have been asked to set aside around 10 minutes after the presentation to allow for more clarifications, questions, and not the big discussion topics, because we have in the program set aside quite some time for discussions, both in groups and in plenary. We have a moderator from the Swedish Environmental Protection Agency, Gunnar Karltorp, who has one foot in the field, agriculture field, and he has another foot in the Baltic Sea. He has a training in both agronomy and marine ecology, which I think makes him particularly qualified to try to understand when there are confusions circulating in the room, and to adjust, I mean, discussions and presentations in a good direction. We also have written round tables. Actually they are square, but imagine they are round. We have a long day. Most important, we have a lunch with food produced mostly in Sweden, but there might be some fish coming from abroad, maybe Norway, maybe further away. You see in yellow the discussion parts. We have one part before lunch, and we have discussions also in the afternoon, where we start up with group discussions and we continue with the plenary part. I know that there are some people that will have to leave before because of pickup of children and so on, and you're permitted to leave. At the back of the room we have two bags with some posters that you can see put up on the table, which is a project poster we made in the Baltic Deal project. So when you're leaving, please do not forget to bring with you one of those posters, even if you're leaving a little bit early. Okay, I think I've come to them. Would you like to compliment something, Peter?
Just a short note to all of the participants from other countries in Sweden that we're very glad that you have been able to come, and so we can have a more Baltic Sea region perspective and not only the Swedish one, since we're all sharing the same sea. So I'm happy that you're here especially, and of course we're also glad that you from Sweden are here also, so that we can have a broad discussion. So hopefully will be fruitful.
So I think you all received the list of participants, and besides a big bunch of Swedes here, we have people from Denmark, from Poland, from Lithuania and Finland, which is very, very nice. And we had an ambition to have a 50-50 share among marine ecologists and agronomists. It tends to be slightly more agronomists, but we also have some economists here. And then in terms of science policy, I think it's a fair mix, 50-50 approximately. So I think it's going to be a good day. And I will turn over to Gunnar, who will guide you or us through the rest of the day. And the first point, I think, is to have a round to the table.
You don't know. Well, I might sound like a Finnish mobile phone company. That the main reason here is today is to connect people. That's why we have you're sitting as you are now, and we will have a tour de table and just a short presentation of each one of you, not more than 15-20 seconds per person. And we will start with table number 1, and I think Carl Rolf. 20 seconds.
My name is Carl Rolf. I work at the Stockholm University, Stockholm Marine Research Center, and I'm a marine biologist and mainly work with eutrophication.
Okay, I'm Elisabeth Levan. I'm working at the Swedish Agricultural University. I'm mainly dealing with molding, nitrogen, and water fluxes from air.
My name is Robert Hall. I'm the head of the Baltic Sea unit at the Swedish Institute, which is supporting around 240 ongoing Baltic Sea cooperation projects in all subject areas. And we're also able to help, for example, bonus project ideas to get started.
My name is Frank Bundgaard, and I'm from the Knowledge Center for Agriculture in Denmark, and I'm working in Baltic Deal.
My name is Annika Nilsson. I work at the Department of Law at Stockholm University on a project comparing different Baltic Sea countries' regulation of nutrient input.
My name is Christian Borgesen. I come from Aarhus University, former the Danish Institute of Agricultural Sciences. I'm working with modeling nitrogen, especially from arable land.
Yes.
I'm Eija Hagelberg from Baltic Sea Action Group Finland, and my work is to help farmers to do more environmental work on their farms, and we do it on both advisory level and on policy level.
I'm Barbro Lén at the Swedish Agricultural University, and I'm working with nutrient leaching from agriculture and countermeasures, especially phosphorus.
I am Siv Eriksdotter from the Baltic Stern Secretariat at Stockholm Resilience Center, and I'm one of the economists in this group. We coordinate a research network that combines ecological and economic models on mitigation above all, eutrophication in the Baltic Sea.
Hello, my name is Halvar Vie, and I am from the Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences and work with the project Baltic Compass.
Thomas Johansson, Swedish Agency for Marine and Water Management, and I'm the head of the unit for Sustainable Use and Maritime Affairs.
I'm an agriculture economist working with scenarios for agriculture and environmental impact from different reforms. I've been working at the Swedish Board of Agriculture since '95, and I changed my position this week, so this is my last performance for this agency.
Lars Kiljebäck, I am editor of the magazine Naturvetaren. It's a magazine for scientists in environment and agriculture and forestry and other issues.
Hello everybody, my name is Sirkka Dattari and I come from Finnish Environment Institute and I'm also working in Baltic Compass project. My background is in modeling, erosion and phosphorus, and lately I have been also been very eager to use new automatic measurement of nitrate and turbidity.
Hello, my name is Julia. I'm from Lithuania. I'm a journalist from Agricultural Magazine, and I'm editor of environmental issues in our magazine. And I'm working with Project Baltic Compass too.
Table number 4.
My name is Ingrid Svedinge. I work at the Ministry for Rural Affairs with environmental questions and rural development.
My name is Dennis Collentine. I'm an economist working at the Department of Soil and Environment in the Swedish University of Agricultural Science and working with the Baltic Compass project. I work primarily with evaluation of measures and policy evaluation of environmental measures.
My name is Josephine Waldén, economist working at the Swedish Institute for My name is Helen Anderson. I work at the Swedish Meteorological and Hydrological Institute. I'm at the research department in oceanography, and I was very much involved in the mentioned project EcoSupport.
No, I think I forgot to introduce myself. But my name is Sindre Lavras, and I work here at the Federation of Swedish Farmers. Half my position is a policy officer, expert, whatever. The other part is as a project manager of the Baltic Deal project, where I work together with Frank and Sara and Niklas, for instance.
My name is Pentti Seuri, an agronomist. I'm working at Agrifood Research Finland. My research frame is on organic farming and everything about nutrient recycling and nutrient balances.
Table number 5.
My name is Agnieszka Rutkowska. I work at the Institute of Soil Science and Plant Cultivation in Puławy. I focused on nitrogen fertilization and especially with using isotopic method with nitrogen 15.
My name is Lotta Jönsson. I work at the Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences, and I work with water nutrition, and I did my thesis about the use of new muscle meat as a protein source.
My name is Henrik Scharin. I work also at the Baltic Stern Secretariat in Sea, and I'm an environmental economist. Before I worked at the Ministry of Environment and the Swedish EPA.
My name is Peter Wallenberg. I am working at the Swedish Board of Agriculture, and I'm a project manager for Baltic Compass and also for part of developing the new rural program in Sweden.
My name is Ragnar Elmgren. I'm a marine ecologist at Stockholm University, working with Baltic Sea management, ecosystems, and eutrophication.
My name is Erik Lehtonen. I come from the Agricultural Research Finland. I'm an agricultural economist, and I'm actually calculating developing parts of agricultural production markets in the Baltic Region framework up to 2050. One of the projects utilizing that kind of scenario is marine spatial planning in a changing climate. I'm working for that, and that project is funded by the Academy of Finland.
I think you're number 6 instead.
My name is Eric Senvoy. I work at the Swedish Institute for Agricultural and Environmental Engineering, and I work mainly with issues on sustainable manure management, and I also work on the project Baltic Manure.
My name is Dennis Lindström, and I'm working for Västerviks kommun, and I'm an advisor for the farmers.
I'm Sofie Sundin, and I'm working at the Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences in the Baltic Compass project with scenarios at the Department of Crop Production Ecology, but my background is in soil science.
My name is Far Jodic from Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences. I'm a researcher working with modelization, transport, and modeling of nutrients in different scales with focus on the losses from arable land.
Satu Hietanen, coming from Turku, or Åbo as you say in Swedish, from Finland. I'm working for Interact program, which is involved in the structural programs. And why I'm here today is the macro-regional strategies. We are involved with the implementation for the macro-regional strategies and especially the Baltic Sea strategy. So, thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Niklas Bergman. I'm a farmer. I'm also an agronomist, and I work here at LRF in the project Baltic Deal. I work with a little bit of this and a little bit of that, with demonstration farms and study tours and whatever.
Sara Stjernholm. I also work here at the Federation of Swedish Farmers and as a communications manager for the Baltic Deal program project.
My name is Eva Salmon. I'm a researcher at the Swedish University, Swedish Institute of Agriculture and Environmental Engineering. I'm working at the university also, but now I'm here as a JTI worker. And I also work in the Baltic Compass project with sustainable manure handling.
And I think we have the last take.
Yeah, and my name is Klaus Isby, and as a groundwater scientist from the Geological Survey of Denmark and Greenland, I consider myself a bit like a spy today, or you could say missing link between agronomists and marine ecologists. And the reason I'm here is, as some of you may know, that today, according to the EU directive, we have to assess groundwater status also based on the status of associated ecosystems. So that is my reason to be here.
My name is Lena Aronsson, and I work at the Department of Soil and Environment at the Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences. My research is about management practices on farms for reduced nitrogen and phosphorus leaching.
Lotta Rydmar, I'm an animal scientist from the Swedish University of Agricultural Science.
Marcus Meyer, scientist from the Swedish Meteorological and Hydrological Institute and Stockholm University. I'm neither a marine ecologist or agronomist. Actually, I'm by training physical oceanographer and climate modeler and former coordinator of the eco-support with that project, these questions that we hopefully will discuss today.
My name is Magnus Bong. I work at the Swedish Board of Agriculture with development and evaluation of measures to reduce nutrient losses.
My name is Johannes Sandberg, and I'm a consultant. I have a own company, and I have a background as a marine ecologist, systems ecology, focusing on the Baltic Sea. And relevant for this audience, I have a project for Swedish Agency for Marine and Water Management, where we are supposed to establish a national network for model development, where policymakers and the model developer could meet and identify which kind of models there are and